Things that I am currently loving. An iced bun. Hi there everyone, I really hope that you're doing well. Today we're doing a really casual video. I mean extremely casual apparently, of the things that I have been loving this month. We're a bit too late for like a June favourites, but I thought, is it even more casual to just be like, it's what I'm loving at this current moment in time. I'm gonna jump straight in and just go for it. We've got a wide variety of things. We've got like skincare, we've got makeup, we've got hair. Ta-da! Yes, I got a professional chop for anyone interested. I look normal again. I went quite a bit shorter because I was like, let's get our money's worth. Hopefully this will last me a nice while without going like that overgrown bob look. But yes, we've got hair bits, bit of fashion, bit of everything. I've even got a book. You might be a bookworm, you might not be, but stay and listen because it's quite interesting. Jumping straight in, this is a rose quartz facial roller and facial massage tool basically. And yeah, it's just the premise of kind of using these within my skincare routine. I'll be honest, only got these a few days ago, but I've been using them morning and night. Basically the idea of them is to like reduce puffiness, reduce like facial fluid that like kind of makes you look a bit puffier. It's a relaxing step, reduce aging, all these good things that, you know, doesn't hurt to do, I guess. And they're really pretty, so I was like, 2 in 1. So basically what I do is on my like serum slash oil step of my skincare routine, I'll just have a nice little massage really. I'll basically 3 times over, everywhere. And yeah, and then this one, the aim is to get rid of my double chin. Now that might be really unrealistic, but I'm gonna try my best. So I just take this little area and I just do that basically. I've got makeup on so I don't really want to like, but yeah, you just kind of do a bit of that, bit of that. Let's give it a go, let's see what happens. But I've been really enjoying the process of using them, and I just got these off of eBay. I know they do like the really good ones off like Cult Beauty and all these things, but they're like £50. This one I got for both was £8.50 and they look legit. I don't know if they are legit, as in legitimate rose quartz, but I think the idea of them being rose quartz is if you believe in the sort of spiritual crystal healing powers, which I kind of like the idea of believing it more than maybe believing it. Yeah, I like them anyway. I would really recommend giving them a try because actually every time I use it I do feel a difference in my skin, kind of more of a tightness, which don't go amiss because I really don't want a flabby face. So that's them. Next thing is an old holy grail which I have rediscovered, and this is the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. So my lovely pal Holly got this for me, I think for my 18th birthday, which is nearly 3 years ago now. It's just your standard neutrals, but every single shade is incredible. Every shade is really meticulously thought about. I adore every single shade. There's one shade in here that is my favourite eyeshadow that I actually own, and it is Stark. I think I've made this known before, but it's this one here. It looks really like nothing special in the pan. It's just kind of like a neutral nude colour. I love it with all my heart. It is the smoothest eyeshadow I've ever used. I've actually got it on today with just a little bit of cover just sort of washed over the crease, and it's a bit darker on the eye, it's a bit richer on the eye. I think it makes my brown eyes like really pop because it's almost got like a pinkish warm mauvey tone to it. I can't even describe how much I love it. And yeah, it's just the perfect size. It's got a lovely mirror for like if you're on the move, if you're traveling. This palette I just can't recommend enough. I've had plenty of the Naked palettes in my time. This is a lot cheaper and by far my favourite. Well worth the money for the amount I use this. It's one of those that's just like sat in my drawer and now it's back, it's in my life and I am so happy about it. That was a bad idea. MAC Fix Plus. I look damp. Brilliant. MAC Fix Plus. This is a product that just makes life easier within makeup. I feel like my makeup is no longer finished without spraying some form of a makeup setting mist onto my mug. I don't know what that says about me. For the fact I've had this for over a year and I'm halfway through. Bear in mind I do have like a few on rotation, and I've just recently picked up the coconut version. Is it just me or does it look like a dirty version? I don't tend to be into like heavily scented products, but rest assured if you're like me, this will not like massively put you off. It's not an overpowering smell to the point where if you spray it on you're like, ugh, coconut everywhere. It's a really nice, just like clean coconutty smell. It's the same price. If this was more, I wouldn't buy it, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't like add too much, but I like them both. I don't really have a preference. I don't know if I would probably just go for the original. I have quite a few sort of facial sprays in my rotation. I have the Mario Badescu facial spray. This isn't really for like prolonging your makeup or anything, but it sort of refreshes your makeup, or it's a good step in your skincare routine, and I really enjoy that one. And I also have the Urban Decay All Nighter. The Urban Decay All Nighter I really like, but I wouldn't wear daily. For me, the MAC Fix Plus are like an everyday comfortable wear that also prolongs your makeup. This is for if I have like a night out or a special event that I may be putting like more makeup on that I want to stay on. That's when I'll put this one on. It really locks in your makeup, but I find myself a little bit more aware of this one, not in a bad way. This I think prolongs the makeup the best, but you've maybe not got as much comfort. For me and the amount of makeup that I apply, this is a really good sort of longevity and comfortability for me. So MAC Fix Plus. This one is my favourite. Hair. Onto hair. When it comes to my hair, I kind of like it to look kind of a little bit textured. I don't really like too sleek, straight-ish, but I never like it to just be like poker. So that's when I'll apply something like this that just gives it a little bit of texture, a little bit of like grip as well. And that's when I like to use the Way matte pomade. Looks like this. And I just like to take a little bit here, rub it in my fingers and just feel it through the ends. Do a bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. That's all I've got in my hair today. And you can kind of just see it gives it like a little bit of body, little bit of kind of texture. I really recommend this. Costs a little bit more than your average light hair stuff from Bootsy, but it lasts, so can't go wrong. We're completely doing like a massive loop now, and we're going into the most random category. I mean, what is this? This is like a belt hole punch. What a random thing, but also the best thing. As quite a petite person who has a very small waist, there isn't really a belt that exists where there is a hole that kind of fits my waist. It has happened, but I have to be wearing like some chunky jeans for it to kind of work. Say I was wearing this dress and I wanted something to cinch in. With this like thin material, a belt doesn't exist that just loops round and works just on my bare skin. It's very annoying. It is, and it used to not be very nice before I got this, because I'd work away with, you know, a scalpel or something, and I would basically have to kind of wreck the belt in order to get a hole that fit. Whereas this, I love. I just got this off eBay. It cost me like £4 and it has changed my life, and I am so happy. I feel really happy to kind of pretty much buy any belt, and I know that I'm just gonna be able to kind of like puncture away to my life's happiness. So I'm going to show you on this belt, because bless me, this is what I used to have to do. I would just like absolutely poke away, but let's give a good, right, here we are. Okay, and then I just give it a little wiggle. Right, you ready? Look at that. Okay. And look at my sad little attempts. I mean, there you go. It's the greatest invention on planet Earth. It's taken me like 10 years to think to buy one of these. So I just thought I would be like, if you've got a little waist and you struggle with belts, you will welcome this into your life with open arms. And I couldn't recommend it more. One more thing, fashion related. We're all going on holidays this time of year. I've just got back from one in Mallorca. It was very, very hot, uncomfortably so. And I think when it's really hot is when you really realise when your clothes kind of aren't made of the right stuff to kind of keep you cool. You know, my mum says bring lots of cotton, lots of linen and all that. So I bought this, right? I've worn it on holiday thinking this is some form of like cotton linen blend kind of thing, because it has that kind of look to it. I've looked on the tag and have actually been very surprised that it is a blend of viscose and polyester. So it's like not that great. However, this is from Topshop. I bought it last year, but I think they still do it. This I ended up wearing like many a day in some way, whether I wore it like to the pool, whether I wore it, you know, just like popping to the shops or going on a walk. This kept me so cool, more so than wearing nothing actually. I'm gonna link it below because if you're going on holiday, I could not live without it now. Like I wouldn't want to go on holiday without it. And I learned that the best way a few weeks ago. It's really simple, just white with kind of like tortoiseshell buttons, and I just love it. Love it so much. Perfect for holiday. My final favourite is actually a book that I've read, and it is called The Lost by Marie Hannah. Now I've given it back to its owner because Tom's mum kindly lent it to me, but this is what it looks like. It's the first of a series of the D.I. Stone and Oliver cases. It's kind of like an investigator, thriller, whodunit story, and the reason that I loved it so much is because it is based where I live. I have later learned that the author lives where I live. The entire story takes place in the school I went to, the pub that is down the road from my house, Bowlam Lake. I used to love to walk my dog and I love going on walks. They have a Chinese at my local Chinese. It is the weirdest but best thing ever. The thing is, even if it wasn't based in my village, I would bloody love it. It is such a gripping story, it's such a page turner. It's very hard to describe because so much happens. I am just editing this and realising how badly I explained this book, so I'm gonna give it a quick second try. Stone and Oliver get brought onto a case of a missing child. The mum has just got back from holiday and has discovered that her child is basically missing. Her husband is not the father to this child. The basics of it are that this family, we discover a lot of different things without giving too much away. The child has gone missing quite quickly. The story completely changes and they are no longer following the abduction, they are following a murder. Still involved with the same people, but a completely different person is now the victim, and it is just very, very, very interesting. I've still not explained that any better. It is one of those that you just have to read. There's a child abduction, there's murders, there's secret affairs, there's many, many, many things all within this small pool of people. There keeps being connections where you didn't realise there were connections. You think it's one person at one point, you turn the page, you think it's another person. I love the twists and turns in it, constantly keeps you guessing, and I think it's one that's very much worth watching. Reading with your eyes. It is an amazing story, so well written. There are 3 I think that she's written so far in the series. I absolutely love the characters. I think Frankie Oliver is really kind of fiery and she's kind of new to the police force. And then Stone is a lot more senior. He's come back from the London Metropolitan Police, having had kind of some haunting things happen to him that he's not willing to reveal quite yet. And so has Frankie. She's had like things happen in her past that you might might learn about. They're really rounded characters that I want to read more about, so I am so pleased that they've made this into a series. The next one called The Insider, and literally as soon as I finished The Lost, I ordered it and I want it. But unfortunately I had already started reading a second book, Hide and Seek by James Patterson. Very much recommend this as well. It's really creepy mind and a little bit effed up, but I do really enjoy it. I'm like halfway through, so I'm gonna get onto The Insider after that. But yes, I really can't recommend The Lost enough. You just gotta read it. That is actually it. What on earth have I covered in this video? Some very random things. That's what I'm here for. Everything will be linked below if you want to pick anything up that I've been loving. They're in this video for a reason. I really like doing these actually. Just a nice compilation of everything from every genre that has really ticked all my boxes. If you enjoyed this video, please stick it a like. Go on, stick it a like, why not? And subscribe to see a little bit more of me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.